first down to give is to the two-time ACC Player of the Year.
Look like they're spread. They're a power run football team.
ETN to the edge. Turns it upfield. He's got midfield plus territory. And you got a
what you expect great plays in space against unblocked defenders, turn a 5-yard run into a 40-yard gain.
From the 44, Lawrence throws, and it's dropped by Amari Rodgers. That's going to be a little bit of a new role
for Amari Rodgers.
Lynn J. Dixon back in the lineup after being held.
Talented backfield, but not as experienced when you get past the 2 deep.
A lot of depth in a lot of places for Clemson.
Has become the norm.
Lawrence with time over the middle and complete. A first down kick.
A strike. Cornell Powell, big catch over the middle.
Out of the backfield to ETN. And ETN.
The moment he swings out, he is now a viable option. That wasn't the case his first year. Last year, he morphed into that. Now he's going to perfect it in 2020.
Strong opening drive continues for Clemson. Now a red zone opportunity. Lawrence looking for 6. Nearly intercepted, but it's caught for a touchdown. After the penalty, Clemson starts in Bulldog territory. Lynn J. Dixon cuts a jagged path to the 40.
Can't do when you're outmanned and you're on the road is help them out. You got a penalty following that last punt, added another 5 yards, and now you give them 5 yards and the down over.
Off play action, Lawrence down the seam, wants Rodgers, touchdown!
And, you know, priority number 1, take care of the football. If you throw it to the other team, it doesn't matter how talented you are. This guy takes care of the ball.
Hard.
I believe that was actually on 62, Cade Stewart, which is unlikely mistake for him as a senior.
ETN has an opening and tripped up from behind.
Keeping these big bodies from Clemson off of those guys.
Lawrence, quick release. He's got Ladson, who caught that first touchdown.
Absolutely right. Trevor Lawrence is so accurate. You mentioned starting after the first 4 games last year, he's been so accurate. I mean, got to be a surefire lock for the #1 pick this year. He just has all the tools.
The best back in the history of this conference.
Well, and think about how many games he wasn't the feature player in some of the 3rd and 4th quarters.
Lawrence, plenty of time. And completes to the talented freshman E.J. Williams, who is from the same high school.
We just don't know which one of those guys are going to become the go-to playmakers just yet. We're going to find out.
ETN, first down and more, inside the 10, down to the 5, first and goal. And Lugs, Clemson almost impossible to defend here because you've got to account for the quarterback run game.
Absolutely. Love the quarterback run game down here.
ETN stood up in his tracks.
Fade, maybe a throwback to the shoulder.
2 tight ends into the game. Lawrence, quarterback keeper, and in for 6. 3rd rushing touchdown of the season for the junior here in Death Valley.
He is big and physically gifted. There is no doubt.
High snap to the tight end, Davis Allen. It sets up 2nd and goal. One of the reasons Uyunglele came to Clemson was to watch and learn from Trevor Lawrence. Dixon pedaling forward, and he's to the 1. It sets up 3rd and long. Dixon off the left hip. Quarterback keeper. And the first Clemson touchdown, the first of what's likely many. Lineage was Aristotle's pupil. Alexander the Great, the 4th one in this lineage, likely DJ Uyunglele. So it may
play of the game.
Lawrence to the air. He's got Powell. And Cornell Powell, the 5th-year senior who's waited his turn. Lawrence, 7 out of 8. Lawrence pumps. Downfield for Ladson. Catches in stride. Touchdown, Clemson.
Interesting to watch that unfold.
The second series of the game for the highly touted freshman, DJ Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei. We got it, baby.
And off to Lynn J. Dixon.
You'll see DeMarcus Bowman and maybe even Kobe Pace. So we'll see how this unfolds, but you're right. They are talented. They just want to get them more experience.
Downfield for Powell. A lot of contact. And that's on the Citadel. Darian Rencher, the fifth-year senior, former walk-on football. Rencher again. He's a special guy in this.
And again, to your point, just a wealth of riches in the backfield.
Uiagalelei to throw. Looking for 6, incomplete for E.J. Williams. And it's 3rd and 5.
Field goal at risk. These are great moments that tomorrow they'll go over with on tape with DJ and help him become a better football player.
A lot of pressure. They've scored a touchdown on every drive. Uiagalelei completes. Rencher spins away from one defender, now another, and drags tacklers inside the 10. A gain of
board on offense right now. They left in all 5 starters on the offensive line, probably for 2 reasons. 1, to protect DJ, and 2, they want these guys to continue to develop. We mentioned at the open, replacing.
And they're going to get plenty of turns here in the second half.
3rd and goal. The 2 true freshman wide receivers, Joe and Williams, lined up to the outside.
Watch for another design quarterback run here.
Uiagalelei struggled with the snap. It doesn't matter. Back for Clemson, it's Tyson Pumachan, a redshirt freshman. Dabo Swinney believes he has 3 NFL quarterbacks on his roster. This is the 3rd. And Pumachan will run it.
An offensive coordinator, Tony Elliott, told estimation they've been the best out-of-state recruiter of panned-out players that we've seen in college football for the last 12 years.
Pumachan to the air. Floats it downfield for a Joe. It's incomplete. 3rd and 3.
Watson, Georgia. The list goes on and on and on. And again, those players that were highly touted panned out at the next level.
Not a good snap. Pumachan will eat it. And it brings up 4th line. Join him. That was one area Dabo Swinney was not pleased with after last week's win against Wake Forest. The play of the 2nd-string O-line.
He didn't like the execution, didn't feel like they were as productive as he expected.
And a handoff on 1st down. That's Darian Rencher.
Position to develop at when you're transitioning into college. It's so hard. In high school, you just do so much less line. So that's part of the reason they started slow last week.
Well, that was a 1st down run by Ches Malusi, the sophomore. And we have movement up front, a Joe and Destin Mack pointing fingers.
It's a whole different ball game when it comes to the nuances of the position, and that takes some adjustment.
Screen pass, J.C. Chalk. Taken down, not sure he got back.
The mix, we saw a glimpse of it last week. It's really been non-existent so far today.
Uiagalelei's pass, incomplete off the helmet of another player.
Fortunately, the arm's going forward, incomplete pass.
Taquan Johnson got hit right in the back. On 3rd and long. Escaping pressure, wide open E.J. Williams. All the way down to the...
And not just decide to take off as a runner.
Against a four-man rush, a little screen. And there is Will Sweeney, Dabo's kid, for a short name to have in these parts.
It certainly is. Might carry some weight.
Malusi gets a push from the pile.
Significant minutes that you're able to even judge them until you're blowing out the opponent. So, yes, that is absolute first world problems from the deepest, most talented team in the country.
On the ground again, that's Michael Duke, sophomore out of Charles.
You got a conference slate ahead.
You okay with going for it here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're hopefully going to run the game again or create a situational moment for your quarterback on a critical down in plus territory.
Little speed option. Uyunglele keeping it. Ball is out. And the Citadel will take over on downs.
That's what.
Pumachan to throw. Toward the sideline, incomplete off the hands of a Joe. Good coverage there by Destin Mack.
Certainly not playing as much in games.
Here's a handoff. And this is Dukes. Lost the football.
Proud to have you, brother.
Can only go up from here.
Oh, there you go. That's some love, man. Pumachan still in there at quarterback, and we get a look at another freshman running back, Kobe Pace, who just carried for 2 yards a moment ago. Looking for a Joe. And off his fingertips, Mack on the coverage, and Destin. So third down now. Pumachan going over the signals with that second string O-line. Escaping. And he's going to be shy of the marker by about a couple of yards. Sets up for Clemson. And we get our first look at DeMarcus Bowman in the backfield. And there is Bowman, the speedy freshman, to the 39-yard line.
He'll be 200 by next year. He is a really exciting back.
You're absolutely right. And I got the chance, and I'll say the pleasure of blocking for C.J. Spiller up. It was littered with just incredible people, but they had another one in C.J. Spiller.
Bowman and Pace have been likened by Dabo Sweeney to Spiller and James Davis. Old Thunder and Lightning combo. E.J. Williams has had a nice game. The true freshman picking up a first down. That's his third catch.
But for our man, Eric McLean, he was the only first-team all-conference guy on the line as well.
For the brand, right?
Yeah, you just remind him that
the game tonight can see his two boys potentially get in. A lot of legacy kids. A lot of famous last names on this Clemson team.
Dabo's a big believer in 3 in Bulldogs territory. Chalk the tight end motions. Low snap, DJ Uyunglele. Under pressure, throws, and it's broken up. That's Destin Mack once again.
you throw late to the sidelines, just like throwing late over the middle. Again, a great teaching moment for the young quarterback getting valuable reps today.
Kobe Pace makes the catch, driven back. This will depend on the spot. It's going to be close. Redshirt freshman in there, Tyson Pumachan, 0 for 3 today, still looking for his first completion. Down the middle of the field, and it's broken up, incomplete.
In with the swipe of the hand from the Citadel defender.
Pressure, check down. And Ches Malusi tackled in the backfield. What is he, 5th, 6th on the running back depth chart?
Yeah. We mentioned earlier that Dabo was not happy with the performance of his second-string offensive line last week. This second-team offense and third-string offense in this second half against Citadel has not executed up to the claim.
All right, Jordan, Jeff Collins trying to get that thing rolling after a Week 1 win against Florida State. New quarterback for Clemson, the 4th stringer, the walk-on, Hunter Helms.
Going to be a future star, and their roster is improved.
Gain of 3 by Drew Sweeney, Dabo's kid on first down. There's Kobe Pace, and you got a glimpse there of the James Davis comparisons.
Give you a little more shake and bake and maybe a little bit more in space.
Helms checks down to Pace, and he is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Third down. When you have Watson and Trevor Lawrence, there's really not room for someone to get their turn. Kelly Bryant transferred to Missouri. Chase Bryce now at Duke. Zarek Cooper's actually had a pretty nice career in the FCS with Jacksonville State.
Yep.
And Hunter Johnson at Northwestern. And Helms thrown to the ground. And will spot.